So, a couple things I want to say before I start. First of all, I've never owned a PlayStation, and I barely played any PlayStation games, so this video may be a little stupid. I'm kind of treating this as an outsider looking in. Um, so I watched the PS5 event. I watched it thoroughly. I was definitely paying attention and not extremely sleepy. Not a diss at the event. I didn't sleep that night, but so yeah, it was pretty good. It was very good. Immediately, it kind of, well, not immediately, but when they started revealing the games, first thing they revealed was a new Spider-Man, starring Miles Morales, which, yeah, that looks pretty good. I saw gameplay of the Spider-Man PS4 game. I watched a full playthrough of it. I didn't watch any of the DLC, but I watched Jacksepticeye's playthrough on it, and he loved it, and I thought it was pretty fun. So yeah, I'm kind of hype, I guess. I don't really know what the term is, but yeah, it looks really good, and oh, I mean, I'd buy it, I guess, and that's really all I can say for most of these games. I'd buy it because, again, outsider looking in, never owned a PlayStation. I don't think I ever will, or if I do, it's going to be like a while in the future. Um, so let's see. They revealed a bunch of other games. A lot of them were like weird and wacky, and definitely my type of games. I really love games with wacky writing, wacky aesthetic, funny games. I guess that's all I can really say. Just funny games, and there were definitely a lot of funny games. There was this really bizarre like alien one. Um, and there was this other bizarre. I think it was made by the creators of Octodad. It said in the trailer, and it started with these strawberries just waking up and then just walking around and then getting eaten. Um, it was really great. So I'm really excited to see how those kind of work out in the future. We got new Ratchet and Clank. New Ratchet and Clank. It's about interdimensional travel and kind of warping reality. It has amazing ideas. You can grab onto this sort of crack in the sky and then just grappling hook over there and kind of just teleport yourself essentially over to that location, which I think is a really neat concept. And overall, just the concept of interdimensional travel and just going to different realities. That's a great, it's a great idea. I want to see how I want to see how that kind of works out, and I wonder if they're going to do even more interesting ideas with that, like new mechanics and. There was a girl Ratchet. There was a girl Ratchet, dude. Rule 34. We already know that's about to happen. I'm seeing it already. Yo, I'm like Shulk. I'm like Shulk with the Monado. I'm seeing the future, and I can already see there's gonna be a ton of Rule 34. New Horizons game. Let's see. I think it was called Forbidden West. That looked pretty cool. It looked very beautiful, and that's kind of a tradition with a lot of these games. Well, I don't want to say a tradition, but that's been kind of a pattern. A lot of these games are mainly just showing off sort of the graphical aspect. Nothing really too spectacular in terms of gameplay. It was just mainly to show off the graphics. Which, I mean, I guess it's fine. It's just showing off that, hey, the PlayStation 5 is a powerful machine that can, these graphics, and it looks very beautiful. But for a person like me, I care deeply about gameplay and kind of just how the mechanics work, which is why I talked about Ratchet and Clank to the extent that I did. But yeah, I care a lot about mechanics and gameplay and just kind of how fun it is. And yeah, I guess I do care about graphics. Like I will admit, like, oh, a lot of those games did look beautiful. A lot of those games were very beautiful. There's nothing really a word that I can describe. It's just very pretty. They looked good. You can't see sun rays like that on the freaking Nintendo Switch or whatever. But yeah, that was just kind of showing off the graphical aspect, which I guess is fine. But if you're gonna want to intrigue people like me, you're definitely gonna want to show off some games and actually have gameplay and convince us that like it's fun or make it look fun. I guess let's just go on to the the meat, the kind of reason most people watched it, or the reason I watched it anyway. Well, out of curiosity, but I watched it. Another reason I watched it was because of the console reveal. Because we saw the controller, we saw what the controller could do, but we didn't know what the console looked like. And after looking at it, it's very futuristic. It looks very futuristic. I like the white and black aesthetic, and I like how it curves, and I like everything about that. But it looks like a Wii. It looks like a Nintendo Wii. Not that that's a bad thing, but I'm just saying, like, it looks like a Nintendo Wii. It looks like if you took a Nintendo Wii, chopped it in half, and then, like, filled the middle of it with black. And, obviously you made it wavy, but yeah, that's basically, like, kind of just the simplistic version. It looks like a Nintendo Wii, like a futuristic version of a Nintendo Wii, which is funny to me. It's very funny to me. And while I'm on the topic of a Nintendo Wii, they showed off a couple other things, like a remote. There was a media remote, which kind of reminded me of a Wii remote. I'm trying not to act like a, I'm trying not to seem like a Persona fan or a JoJo fan, like, oh, this looks like a Wii, this looks like a Wii, that also looks like a Wii, wow. But I don't know. I was just looking online and I saw one person say, "Hey, it kind of looks like a Nintendo Wii." Now that's been stuck in my head forever. Like every time I look at the PS5, I just think, "Oh, that's a Wii. That's a Wii. That's it. No, it's not a PS. No, it's not PS5. It's a Wii. It's a Wii. Oh my god." Help me. Like but yeah, that was the PS5 event. I think it was pretty cool. It was definitely. I need to slow down my talking. I'm excited, all right, because it looks fun. I would get it. I would get it, honestly. I think it comes out this year, they said, which is actually pretty hype. So I guess it's gonna come out by the end of the year or when this whole virus pandemic thing is over, because selling things right now wouldn't necessarily be the greatest idea since everyone's still kind of staying at home and they can't really go out and buy a console, and if they order it online, it's gonna take like a month to ship. So, yeah, like I said, the PS5 event is very cool. It definitely showed me what the future of console gaming could look like. Nothing really too spectacular. But this PS5 event was pretty cool. Definitely can't wait to see more of the PlayStation 5, because they did say that they were going to talk more about it. That's basically it. So, see you guys later. Enjoy the PlayStation 5.